Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Magic Bun Bun, and for those who don't know me, for those who might be new, thank you and welcome on in. So as you can tell from the title today, it is a pick a pile style reading, which means that there's either three items or three piles in front of me, which I actually have. As you can see, I finally have a second camera, so we'll get to that in a second though. And you're going to pick either 1, 2, and 3 or whatever item you resonate with, and you can then go to the description box and or the comment section, click on the timestamp, and it will fast forward you to your reading. Okay, remember this is a generalized readings. This is about going about like your blessings or what you should manifest or what you should try to prepare for or things you need to banish in order to receive for the new moon in Scorpio coming up on November 4th. So this video is meant to prepare you for that, and then you can do other tarot reading or all this other stuff on the night of the new moon. And let's see, also will be some self-care oracles, affirmations will be oracles along with the tarot portion of this reading. So any other information I'll put in the description box, links if you would like to do an energy exchange, you want to leave me a tip, if you want to find me and watch some live streams on Twitch, all those links, everything will be provided in the description below. Please do remember this is a general reading, so not everything is going to resonate for you, and that's okay. Take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, you can book a private reading in the description. It's connected to my Ko-Fi. It's in the commission section. You can book a private reading with me and I can attune to your specific energy for your specific situation, so it's not so generalized. Okay, so let me show you the three items that I have for you today to pick from, and let me see. This is the first time I'm using this, so let's see how it looks. Of course. Okay. Here we go with the second camera. For pile number 1, we have this yellow, maybe more white, orange pumpkin. For pile number 1. For pile number 2, a classic orange pumpkin. And then for pile number 3, we have this little itty bitty white pumpkin. Okay, so remember pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. And that's it for picking. If you need to take a moment, you can pause the video, take a breath, pick your pumpkin, and then click in the description link below, or in the description box, the link to fast forward you to your reading. I will see you with your reading. Hello to pile number 1. If you are here, that meant you went with the large orange and yellow pumpkin. Okay, I'm going to keep our pumpkin to the side here, and let me switch cameras. Okay, so what is it that pile number 1... Oh, this is something new I'm doing too. I'm shuffling everything live because this is what I would do for my private clients, so I want you to see it live. Also, the same goes for I shuffle live on Twitch as well. There's no pre-pile sorted for those. You can also kind of see how I shuffle when I have to deal with my small hands with these larger cards with my new camera. Okay, what does pile number 1 have to do in order to prepare for the new moon in Scorpio coming up? First up, King of Swords. And I do personally associate the King of Swords with some Aquarius energy. It can represent Libra and Gemini as well, all the air signs. But specifically how I do my readings, King of Swords is more attuned with Aquarius energy. So definitely communication is key here. It's in a set of affirmations of knowing your truths and holding that authority and power and letting no one take that away from you. A challenge, we have the heart versus the mind with that Queen of Cups energy, which I associate to Cancer energy specifically. being more in tune with your intuition. You're not always having to rely on knowledge. You have to understand that sometimes that you know things and you just know them. You don't know why you know them, but you do. The Lovers. This can mean the love between these two, that this is on the brain, a relationship, an invitation into your heart to accept these two extremes in the sense of working and blending together your heart and your mind. Put your heart into the project that you're trying to create and bring to life. You've been thinking about an idea and you hold the power in your hand to create it, but it feels like it's hard to grab those resources. Tough love might be associated here, also making a decision based on your heart versus your mind. It's going to be hard for you because you want to think of things analytically, but under this new moon, it's going to be an opportunity for you to manifest something that's based on your own desires. Next up, we have Four of Wands. This is something about celebrating. It could be for some of you out there. It's going to a party, a wedding, a lot of celebrating, a lot of a new environment, a changing, getting away from the busyness of it all, and just having like you and partner time. It could be like a representation of the Lovers here. You're going out with someone that you care about, and that you're going to go and have a fun time. You're going to go get drinks. You're going to, spend some time in, outside. Traveling, or just like going for a walk in nature. That is what you're trying to do. Ooh, okay. But we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. So kind of like, it's fun. We go from wands to wands. So what this tells me here is that when we have it in reverse here, is like their defenses are up. And it's like, okay, so you're trying to defend your choices. You're trying to defend the things you're trying to make. You're trying to defend the logic behind it all. You could also be defending the fact of that you feel like you're celebrating. Maybe somebody's coming in. Someone's trying to challenge you in the sense of trying to say, hey, I think you're partying too much. I think you're going out. You're enjoying things too much. And you feel defensive about it. But you're trying to reflect, or you're not looking back on your path and looking back at those successes. As we can see here, this person is not looking at those past parties. Maybe they're trying to change things. They're trying not to go out more. They're being more in solitude. The 9 is related to the Hermit as well. Maybe this is a sign for you that you have to break out of your shell and learn to reconnect again, even if you start with one person. The Hanged One, another major arcana over here. Okay, so Pisces, Neptune energy with this one, the Hanged One. You need to surrender to the process. We see both of these actually in a very similar position and, being upside down, except for this one, they are accepting the fact that things just have to go with the momentum and speed that they're meant to go. Okay, you're taking your time. You're going to meditate under this new moon, this intent that you're going to send out your intentions, but surrender to the process of it all. The Four of Pentacles, keeping things very close to your heart. We have 2 4s right here, so you might be seeing a lot of 4 and 4s. 4s relate to the Emperor in the tarot, so he doesn't have to be here like physically, even though we still got 2 more spots left, actually 3, to be present. So, and the Emperor is talking about structure. And we have kind of 2 conflicting things. We have the 4 of Wands wanting to have open expansion, to have outgoing around with a lot of plants. And then we see the hard and harsh lines of the 4 of Pentacles, keeping your money close to you, not wanting to go so out and wild. And you see this person is also by themselves. So that solitude that we're seeing here, which may be a challenge. This could be the decision of the tough love between that and the Lovers is trying to point out. The 10 of Cups and the 8 of Cups. The challenge is seeing the blessings right now that you are surrounded with. And we also, it's interesting, it might be Wands to the 10 or to the Cups, but it's still a process. You're close to reaching the end of your journey. We're going to see a conclusion happen pretty soon for you, and it's going to be a happy ending, but the challenge is seeing that. It's going to feel like you're going to have to go and make that happy ending for yourself. Okay, so this has a lot of traveling energy. We see here restructuring and focalizing more about what you want underneath this new moon. This. And look at that, another 10. I'm going to put this aside. This is the card that's at the bottom of the deck. Another 10, another cycle, the 10 of Pentacles, connecting with community. I see a lot in here of solitude between the Hanged One, the Nine of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles. There is a lot of solitude here, and an invitation is to let your defenses down, open your heart, and to let others in. This is going to be a transformation of sorts. Protection, as we can see the Lover's card, this angel is looking upon all of this tarot that is down here. You're going to have to reach out. You're going to have to meet. And right now, it's going to look like nothing is broken. You're not going to feel like, you know, you're missing out on anything. But Spirit is kind of here to kind of push you into that of a community, even as such as connecting with your ancestors or connecting with a chosen family. This doesn't have to be blood-related family. This is a chosen family, a chosen community of like-minded individuals that you want to have a deeper connection with. And it will take time, but you need to communicate what it is, especially with this King of Swords energy. You need to communicate what it is that you want to the universe, you know, especially with the new moon for manifesting this energy. Also, I should point out the Lover's card is also related to Gemini energy. So a lot of air energy coming in here, air and water trying to work together in this scenario. Let's see. Besides the King of Swords, we are missing, or not really missing, we don't have a lot of swords, so it's not like a mental escape you're going through for pile one. This is more just about speaking your truths to the divine, surrendering yourself to the process, making those tough decisions, and trying to balance out your heart with your head, trying to make it where you can be structured but outgoing in certain situations, to not lock yourself up but open your heart to people who want to connect with you. You may have to travel. I see a lot of indications out here that either going near water, because although, you know, this is the Eight of Cups and we have water present here. We've got the rocks heading out of the water, emotions peeking through. We have another mountain in the distance peeking through. And it's just kind of like going out. There's not a lot of in here that anyone is like housed into a building. There's a lot of expressing joy and like dancing and gratitude in this reading here. Okay, so let me clean this up a little bit. Anyone who's watched my Twitch streams will understand this when I send the photos. Okay. Let's get to the oracle portion. Let's get specifics of like, here are surrender cards. We're going to find out, pile one, what it is that you need to surrender for this new moon in Scorpio. Okay. Surrender to creativity. Let your imagination soar. Stay open and to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or to solve a problem. There's that pursuing a dream again. It's making that tough call, right? Surrendering yourself to the process, to the creative process. The Queen of Cups and the cups itself in general, it's like a new art form, a new medium. Maybe have a day just to create, or just to let your mind wander. You know, read books. Just do a coloring book activity, something to kind of get your mind off of things. Surrender to silence. In quiet meditation or contemplation, let go and enter the stillness within you. Silence can heal and replenish you. Right there, surrendering yourself to the process. A lot of the Hanged One energy comes in with a lot of meditation. So meditation would be key for this new moon. And then surrender to what is. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. Okay, so some things just are the way that they are. There could be an action that it's just what you do. To become aware of the situation is the first step, and to understand what power you have to change a certain part of that situation versus you either need to walk away from it or understand that's just how it is, but you can work on something else. You can dedicate your time and energy into another project that brings you that fulfillment, that creativity. Okay, that could be the tough love as well for some of you out there. Tough love also dealing with money, making sure that you're keeping your boundaries set in order, that you're not spending it. This could also indicate that finances are coming towards you, or something that you love can bring the money, bring the bountiful, can bring the happiness there. You just have to go out and reach for it, okay? And understand that it is a slower process. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. It's going to take some time because you need to meditate. You need to figure this out. You need to make sure it's also something you're happy with. Okay, now we're getting to the self-care portion. Let's find out some self-care activities that you can do on the night of the new moon. You can choose to do one of them. You can choose to do all three of them. That is completely and utterly up to you. Or I should also say, you can also choose to do none of them. You take what you need from this reading. After this, we're going to get towards affirmations. Spend some time with friends. This is what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about, letting your defenses down right there. Spend some time with friends. And this can also be done online if you can't, or you don't feel like you would like to meet with people physically. This is a community you can do. You can play some games and stuff online. Discords, like, you know, we have a Discord. You can just chit chat, talk, and whatnot. Sorry, just saw this one. Be still. Kind of saying this again. Surrender to silence. We also have that same positioning of the Hanged One as your invitation. Be still. Okay? You can play some soft music, some ASMR, or a complete silence right there. Surrender to the silence. You know, when we're talking about people traveling, this could be spending some time in nature and just listening to how the wind blows and the water moves and just the nature and such around you. And then we have chanting. This is where I was talking about that affirmations, okay? So the affirmation portion of this could be very beneficial to people in pile number 1. All right, let me grab your affirmations. Here we go. And for some of you who may be into spell work, this could be really great to speak your words during your ritual of any of nature, that you would like to chant them out loud. And your affirmation: I'm at peace with my past. I am at peace with my past, and this is where you'll always be looking towards the future. Your past is what it is. You learn from it and you move on from it, okay? And that was your reading, pile number 1. Let me know what you think of this. Again, any form of energy exchange is super appreciated. You can always go to my Ko-Fi. Everything will be linked in the description box below and in the comments. And thank you again. Let me know again if you like this video. Follow if you want more tarot content. I hope to be more consistent in the future. I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye. Hello, if you are here, that means you picked pile number 2, which was this little orange pumpkin. Okay, let me switch my cameras. And I'm going to start shuffling. I'm actually shuffling live today because this is how I actually record my videos, minus the second camera. I've never had a second camera like this before. But I would always shuffle live for my private reading. So I want to make sure I do that for here too, because I also shuffle live when I'm on Twitch. There's no pre-picked piles for that. All right, pile number 2. What does pile number 2 need to know for the new moon in Scorpio? Excuse me. Whew. Excuse me. Yeah, this is not a very posh like video. I'm so sorry, pile number 2, if you did not like that. When cards are this huge for my hand, sometimes this is the best way for me to pull the cards out. Oof, the Devil card. Some Capricorn energy starting on strong here, right? For pile number 2, this could be meaning you're trying to manifest business moves. You're trying to it could be a few things. We'll know further as we get more cards into this, but right away, the Devil card kind of tells me that you need to understand some toxic behaviors and traits, and the new moon might be a great time to really focus on that and to start to cut those ties, start the process of it. This could also just mean you're trying to make some power moves at work. You're trying to fight against authority you're having issues, you're understanding that you're surrendering yourself, or that you are attached to the business process, that it's really hard for you to let go of that. It's just work, work, work is constantly on your mind. Ah, here we go, the Four of Cups. This speaks of boundaries, okay? This could be boundaries with another person, an authority figure. This speaks of, you know, you have a lot of opportunities heading your way, a lot of work opportunities. And it's just like, okay, you have already 3 non-spilt cups right here. This cup is being offered to you. Do you add it to your pile? Does it become too much? Instead, what if you swapped out these cups? Is there something here that brings you boredom, that you no longer find enjoyable anymore? And we try to keep this trio going strong by revitalizing it with a new project, okay? And bumping out something else that just doesn't bring you any pleasure anymore. And we have the Empress. I'm sorry, Pile 2, there seems to be a lot of noise for yours. That's my dog. That is my Guinness, who must be growling at people who dare to walk in front of the house. Apologize for him. Okay, so the Empress. This is that love energy, though. This is your invitation to take it easy, lounge back. Focus on something that you really desire. This is also a combination of, because it's a Venus who rules over Libra and Taurus energy, the beauty in it, the comfort, the luxury. This Empress does not chase. She lets things come to her. They flow to her. And a lot of this also could be a problem that you're trying to solve. And it's like, instead of trying so hard to try to solve this problem and you're just chained down to it, you need to let it go. You need to let it just kind of process, right? And you don't have to chase after something, okay? That's what the Empress is trying to say for here. We have the Lovers in reverse. Wow, okay, this is powerful in the sense of right here, you can tell with the Devil and the Lovers card mirroring each other in that sense. I get the feeling that someone's coming into here and is basically trashing your day, or they're deceiving you. You think they're an angel, but they're really the devil in disguise. So definitely keep this in mind with the interactions you have throughout your day, or the energy you're drawing in under this new moon. Maybe something you should really meditate and really think about. Something you love can be very intoxicating, but is it really good for you? That's the question I have here. Queen of Pentacles energy. This is the challenge, right? If you're taking a lot of time in a sense of toxic behaviors, are you nourishing yourself as well? Are you taking care? Are you acting like your own mother? Are you letting responsibilities slide one way or another because you're prioritizing something over another? You know, like, if it's the Lover's card, if it's a partnership, is it suffering because you're working too much? Is this a sign right now that you maybe should take it again easy, as we see both the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles? How I interpret the court cards, the Queen of Pentacles for me relates to the most is Capricorn. It's that double Capricorn energy right there, okay? And it's like the Empress and the Queen kind of tell you to sit back and relax, and this is very hard for you to do because you love to work and you love to like kind of like get what you want done, because that's how you see the benefits of it all. You kind of meditate on the opportunities that are presented to you. And the Queen here is kind of telling you, hey, nurture yourself and your well-being. This is about balancing out and not letting one side of yourself take over the other. Seven of Wands. Remember I talked about someone who's maybe like trashing your day? This could feel like a defensive mechanism in the sense of people are pushing you off the top. People are pushing you and are testing your victory. Are they making you doubt? Do they give you a feeling of doubt of where your success has brought you? This is definitely more paired, I would say, more of a personal growth / career focused reading so far. That's the kind of the vibe I'm getting from this right now. And the Seven of Wands is kind of just asking you like, hey, you don't need to prove yourself to anybody. You don't. You know what lies truly in you. And it's also because the challenge is seeing yourself as someone of royalty and treating yourself right with luxury. That it's kind of like some people have this like idea that you can't treat yourself until everything else is prioritized and taken care of. And it's like, you have to treat yourself occasionally. You have to treat yourself right. No one else is going to, so you can't, or you shouldn't be able to, you shouldn't have to rely on other people to take care of yourself, and treat yourself like the Empress or the Emperor. You know, keep that in mind. Five of Swords. Something deeper is going on through the surface of this card. And this is also a challenge to ask yourself. As we see though, it might be a 5 of Swords, but we have 3, 3, and then 3. And this right here is telling us, where do you fall? Because we can see with these two, maybe more of these two right here in reverse. Are you saddened? Are you being victimized? Is someone being harsh and making you feeling discouraged? And this is a whole thing of confident boosting, luxury, and trying to invite more of that into your life, or going from this side to this side. Like, who is here that is looking down upon you? This Capricorn, this devil-like authority figure that feels like they're looking down upon you here and making you feel like the victim. And then you have to ask yourself, though, or is this you doing it to yourself? Is this the inner workings in your own head that is making you feel like a victim when you can be sitting strong? Even standing strong, because you have the power to flip that over and take control of the situation. We have another angel, Temperance, and very interesting enough, this is about moderation. This is also related to Sagittarius energy. The traveler, the explorer, the taking, when in reverse, it's kind of like taking things slow and also with this energy, not always needing to be right, not always needing to prove yourself to others, knowing your own truths. Let me show this upright. As we can see between the foot in the water and on the grounding energy right here, trusting your intuition and grounding it. Since we have the Queen of Pentacles, that grounding force here, it's asking you to ground your energy. During this new moon, you want to manifest a process, a new idea of grounding your energy into manifesting what it is that you envision your life to be. How exactly you see it running day to day. But Temperance is asking you, like, this is also could be related to disharmony in that work life that I kind of get into here. Definitely disharmony in partnership, feeling like people aren't pulling their weight and you have to pick up the pieces there and you feel smug about it. And it's like, you shouldn't be acting smug about that. It's more of taking care of your own business, your own responsibilities, and not taking on the burdens of other people. Strength. And then we get Seven of Cups. Put these to the side really quick. Leo energy. Facing your fears head on. Kind of like when we see here, the Empress is looking this way. Well, she's looking towards us, but her body is facing away from all of this, right? And we have then strength, kind of like once you recollect yourself, once you've made that decision, because we have these Seven of Cups in reverse, which just means you're banishing these illusions. On this night, you're going to banish the illusions that you hold yourself to, these chains, and free yourself. Because ideally, we actually would like to see the Devil card in reverse, just like the Lovers we would like to see upright. We're taking the power to switch this, to switch it over. And the Seven of Cups is telling you you're going to make those decisions and you're going to be able to clear some of those illusions out and reprioritize what it is it means to you to have that power, that strength. Right here with that Fear card, you're going to take things head on. You're going to conquer this demon. You're going to conquer these fears and feel success again. Okay, so I'm actually going to put this over here. Move everything over. I'm going to get to the oracle portion of your reading for pile number 2. Also, like I said, this is Gemini energy. I forget if I said that. There was also some Gemini energy there and Leo energy, if I did not say so before. Okay, so I have some surrender cards here, and what these cards will tell us is what you need to surrender under this new moon in order to receive your blessings. What does pile number 2 need to release? What do you need to surrender to? Surrender to play. Take a break from overthinking a goal. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. Like we were talking about, surrender to play. putting down next to strength for Leo. Leo is known for childhood stuff, so anything you did fun as a child, maybe you want to recapture that energy. Could be playing video games, could be reading, it could be spending time with others. Classic childhood games. There's always an option there. Surrender your attachments to results. The formula for success is to do all you can do to make things happen, then let go of the results. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. Okay, you're trying to force something that doesn't need to be forced. The divine will help take care of that. You just have to set the intent, make sure your plan was processed, make sure you're tuning to your goals, but you know, keep an eye on it, but you can't be so focused on it that you're missing other aspects of your life. And then surrender comparisons with other people. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power, just like the Empress would. She doesn't compare herself to anybody, and neither should you. Okay, we're going to do self-care, and then we're going to end with an affirmation. And again, this self-care, you can choose to do none of them, all three of them, or pick a few. Could be one or two of them. Pile number 2. What is some self-care that pile number 2 can do under this new moon in Scorpio? Pleasure. Just like we were talking about with that Empress energy, give yourself pleasure, physical pleasure, reigniting your senses, taking care of yourself, nourishing yourself in this manner. Connect with fire. It is interesting that we see that we moved from a lot of earth and water signs, and then we end with that fire energy between Sagittarius and Leo. So connecting with fire, this could be a bonfire, this could be candle magic. You know, of course, always be safe when dealing with fire, but this can be candle magic. If anyone here practices candle magic, this would be a great time for you to do so, to manifest your desires. And then, like I keep saying, read a good book. You want to play, you want to have joy, you want to reimagine things. You know, for some of you, maybe a self-help book would be more beneficial than a creative book. You know, it's still a process, it's still reading, and it's opening a way that you're learning something, that maybe you want a fun book with reading. Okay, and let's end with your affirmation that you can use under this new moon if you would like to. I do not have to prove myself to anyone. Well, we've been pretty much saying that throughout all of this, but keep it true, affirm it, speak into existence. I do not have to prove myself to anyone, okay? And that was your reading. That was your reading for pile number 2. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Let me know in the comments what you thought, if it resonated, if you picked this pile, how did it go? And give the video a thumbs up, share it with a friend if you did enjoy it. Join the Discord if you would like to. Again, if you would like to do an energy exchange with me, I will have my Ko-Fi linked in the description box, as long as with my Twitch, so you can find me there and come chill, have a conversation with me. I appreciate it. And thank you so much for joining me for this pick a pile, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye. Hello, if you are here, this means that you picked pile number 3, which is this little white pumpkin that I swear is white if the light would work with me, but you get it. It's the small itty bitty little white pumpkin. Put that to the side. And so let's get into your reading. Let's switch cameras. Here we go. Okay, I am actually going to be shuffling this live. I have never done this live, or not, no, I have done it live. I've done it on Twitch a million times there. But I meant more of like for a YouTube video. I have never shuffled. I figured like it was like time consuming, so I thought, hey, you know what? let me save some time, but this is how I do my private readings. So I wanted to kind of include this to anyone who has yet to ever get a private reading with me, which by the way, you can book, you know, with me as well. The link will be in the description box below. Self little promo down there. Yeah, I wanted to show this live. Don't mind me. This is what I have to do because sometimes, especially this tarot deck, is too large for my hands, so I have to shuffle it like that. Okay, pile number 3. What do you need to know for this new moon in Scorpio coming up? Excuse me, sorry. Itch. Here we go. First up, Ace of Pentacles. Manifesting money on the mind, trying to start a new idea. This is relating to a lot of earth energy, maybe needing to ground your energy underneath this new moon to help manifest it, to have it grow as we grow into the full moon. Okay, this would be a really great time for you to contemplate if you have any manifestation goals, opportunities, and this will be a slow process. This will be the most subtle of all the magic of all the elements. It will be a slow growth, but very, very, it has the potential to be very, very bountiful and filled with all your blessings in there. A King of Pentacles. Very interesting. I relate specifically the King of Pentacles to Taurus energy. It can represent both Virgo and Capricorn, depending on how you would like to interpret it. But me specifically, it goes to Taurus energy. And so that King of Pentacles is all about that comfort life, making sure, and again, he's only looking at that coin that we see here. So, but the challenge, this is a challenge though, because you kind of want to jump from the ace to the king, and it's like, whoa, whoa, there's a lot of steps. There's a lot of steps that are missing here, right? This could also be a call that you need a mentor to get you from point A to point B. That you should look for someone who's really good at investing money. This could be gaining more knowledge, taking some classes, even something that, you know, you try to find good sources, reputable, that's the word I was looking for, reputable sources on YouTube, trying to find, you know, go to the library, that sort of stuff, gaining that knowledge, learning how to invest your time and your resources in the sense that you're not wasting it. Now it is, now when we're starting with an ace, it still could be something though that you feel like you're going to mess up with, but it's your first time, so it's a new idea, it's a new beginning, it's a new road to prosperity. It's okay that you're not going to be perfect. This is something you need to understand. This right here will take time. This will take time to go from here to there. And it's going to be something though that's going to last for a very long time, but people like to rush through the process, and sometimes that doesn't work out in their in the right way. Sorry. Please ignore that. That was Alexa in the background. And the Chariot. This is your invitation.
Here's something I found on the web.
Alexa, stop. So sorry, pile number 3. I don't know what activated her, but we're going to ignore that for now. We're going to get back onto your reading. The Chariot, this is your invitation to slow it down. This is also related to some Cancer energy as well, working on the home. Potentially for some of you, this could be car problems, and it's like, okay, you got to take it slow. But this is that energy. I kind of more attune this to the path you're trying to take right now. You're trying to zoom past what is actually needed to get to this point here. The Chariot is all about controlling your willpower and your discipline. It's about focusing it in a direction, and in this way it is derailed. It feels like a loss and it's not happening quick enough. Or it's also an implication that you're following, like we see the city in the back, you're listening to too many voices versus your own voice and how to be prosperous and how to grow and creating your own path there. You're trying to follow so diligently in the footsteps of another versus creating your own path and being more absorbed in the process of how do you escape from the collective and trust your own voice. We have that circle vibe going into here. So when things feel like they're not going your way, it kind of feels like that fate isn't working with you. Right now is not a good time. Things are going too slow. It feels very delayed. We also have to understand with the Wheel of Fortune, especially in reverse, it's about gaining that information you're still needing to research. And eventually it will continue to turn. We have that Taurus energy that's still prominent in here. Okay, so definitely look for signs for Taurus. Look for signs for, I would say 5, because 5 is the Hierophant, which relates to Taurus energy. But when things feel like they're not going your way, just remember the clock is still moving even though it feels very slow. Ace of Wands. Pile number 3, you've got places to go, people to meet, things to build, and you want it done quickly. You want power and control, in the sense of like when we see in this imagery with the Chariot, there's a wand-like figure in their hand. But that is very calm because it is sitting down. Like it's not raised up or pointing down. It's creating out of chaos, and that's what we need to learn right now. The aces also relate to all the fire. It is fire energy, so Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo energy, that power, boom, 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 go energy. And this is a challenge to kind of like, you're starting a process. You're going to be very passionate about this. This is a warning to not let it burn you out either. Queen of Cups. You're creating something very beautiful, and how I relate to this is Cancer energy, which we have double Cancer energy. So nourishing yourself, you're entrusting your intuition. Definitely very powerful with this intuition energy for a new moon ritual, or creating something and working with water. So far we're only missing swords. So we have earth energy, fire energy. We got the Queen of Cups bringing in that water energy here, right? We can kind of bring in more fire with the wheel relating to Jupiter and Sagittarius energy. Sorry, just making sure. Yeah. Sorry. And the Queen of Cups is asking you to trust your intuition. And you realize this as well a lot with both of these right here. They're not looking like at you. They are preoccupied on what it is that they are trying to build, to manifest, create. She has the most beautiful cup in all of the tarot. Okay, and she's putting her heart and soul into this project, but she does so gracefully. She also makes sure to take care of her home. She's a mother. She'll mother herself if she needs to. She'll trust her intuition. She will trust the process and the divine that guides her, and knows that she is not alone. That even if you feel pushed off the path, there's a way to get back on it. It is a different way, as you see with land, and then we have land and sea that is here. We have even water and earth that is in here. It's a blending of this energy. And we have the Emperor. We're working on the foundation. That's why we got that King of Pentacles. And this is that Aries energy here. That Emperor with the King of Pentacles, it's a fragment of the Emperor in that sense. Trying to build a structure, and we see the city in the background as well. Pile number 3, you're really trying to build something that's going to last so long, and it's going to be something that's going to strike a chord with a lot of people. They want to see what you can build. You want to prove to others you've got something grand you have to build, but right now it's going to take time. You have the enthusiasm as long as you don't get burned out from it. You have to trust your intuition, and this is also in the nature with that Cancer energy of taking care of your home as well, creating that nice and nurturing, creative and environment, but also like with that King of Pentacles energy in there, a space that can lead to productivity, which literally, because we see the 3 chairs here, creating a throne, creating a good chair, making sure if you're sitting at a desk that you do stretch, but that you do have a comfortable chair to allow you to get your work done. And the 4 of Cups, this is asking, because this is in reverse, making sure you don't take on too much, especially because we see 2 aces in here. That 4 of Cups energy could be telling you, hey, instead of thinking about adding another cup to all of the ideas that are processing through your head, why don't we talk about maybe switching out this cup? Are you ready to do that? Is this going to be a challenge? Are you going to be like, no, I want them all? And it's like, no. At most 2. At most 2. Okay? And because we see the Queen of Cups, she doesn't need all of the cups. She makes power and she has control with one thing, with the 1 cup. And then the 7 of Wands. feeling victorious. And actually, I need to add the card at the bottom of the deck. Put these over here. The Seven of Wands, proving to yourself that you can handle it. When people start pushing, you know when to push back. You'll know to defend your kingdom. You know to defend your time. But we see that we're missing swords in all of this. We have a lot of wands, which is the fear of burning out energy. Since we have the Two of Wands, it's kind of pushing this information. It's pushing all the cards underneath the deck is how I envision it. The Two of Wands in reverse kind of tells you of a decision that you need to make that doesn't lead to boredom, and also understand that you don't have to do this alone. We see the phone in this one. You see right there, it is a connection to the world. It is that research, and it is research that you are learning that you have to understand, like you're starting from scratch. You're starting from something new. You're restructuring it. You're building it from, you're trying to make sure the structure is good, but you might have to go back and reformulate that structure. Okay? That's what we see here. Trusting your intuition from some of it, but understand that you have to also learn from others. When people start pushing your boundaries, or they try to, like, it feels like they're going to push you from the top of the hill, you can learn from that as well. But there is power up here, because even though this is a 7, the 7 of Wands, this person is the only one holding a staff. Okay, they're holding one wand and they're able to defend against the other 6. They don't need all of this. This is what this card is telling you. You don't need everything. You have the resources. It's using it create a creative way. And that's what the Chariot's also asking, is to create out of the chaos that is around you. You have the power to do so. Okay, I'm pushing everything to the side right now. And we're going to get to the oracle portion of your reading. Okay, so pile number 3, what do you need to surrender for this new moon in Scorpio? What do you need to surrender for this new moon in Scorpio? Don't mind that. Surrender to success. You are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. I mean, we're seeing that pretty clear with all of the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, the Chariot, also, you know, understanding and believing that you deserve the success that is being handed to you, that you have worked hard for it, that you're going to work hard for it. Surrender the drama. No matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered will help resolve the issue more quickly. We see this right here. When people start fighting against you, making you feel bad, or trying to make self-doubt, surrender the drama and understand that that's just how they are, but you're going to focus on your own stuff, your own intuition, your own dreams, your own love, and just like that King of Pentacles energy. You're going to focus on your prosperity, your abundance, your blessing. You're not going to let others come in and start the drama and try to make you feel bad. Surrender to the trust, like your intuition. Trust yourself in your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinion about what you do. Take action and be confident that you have chosen the right path. A combination between these two cards here, just like we were talking about. Have faith in what you're doing is right, and that you're setting your intention under this new moon in Scorpio, that it's going to transform you and build a deeper connection with your intuition. And for some of you out there, that could be also your psychic ability, that you're trying to build more trust into it. Think about that for maybe a ritual or some sort of exercises you would like to do. All right, so now we're moving on to the self-care portion. You can choose to do none of these. You can choose to do all 3 of these, or just choose 1 or 2, whatever you feel like you would like to do. After this, we'll be ending your reading with an affirmation that you can choose to use for the new moon in Scorpio. Okay, self-care for pile number 3. Energy work. Energy work For some people out there, as you can see on there, that could be chakra work. But this is dealing with your energy, making sure that you don't overburden yourself. This could be just guided meditation work. Okay. And we were just talking about, you know, for some of you, it could be opening up that third eye. We have dancing. Movement, dancing. I was just talking about that chair. Like having a good sturdy chair if you're working so much, as we see the chairs that are processed in the tarot, but also getting up to move. Also, you see this person that's sitting here. This could be in reverse, as implying that you need to move. You need to dance, play good music, get you moving. And family. Put these to the side. Spending some time with your chosen family members. Doesn't have to be blood relatives. It could be a family that you choose to be with, that you want to ask questions to, that you want to get feedback from, respectively. You know, not those that are, like when you have those that are trying to push you down, bring you into drama, go to those that are going to support you and lift you back up and have your back and show support. Okay, pile number 3. Here is your affirmation, should you choose to have one. I release all negative thoughts of the past and all worries about the future. This is an affirmation to have for sure for that night. Definitely good if you're doing energy work, meditative work. I release all negative thoughts of the past and all worries about the future. Surrender to that success. Surrender to the trust that you're setting yourself on the right path. Use that moment for peace and clarity before you decide what your next step is going to be. Okay, pile number 3, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if it resonated with you, what you thought about this style of reading in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the new camera setup. If not, let me know. I hope to see you in the Discord. I hope to see you on Twitch. If you really like this reading and would like to leave a tip, of course you can give me a tip via my Ko-Fi. It helps to fuel my bubble tea and caffeine addiction. I really do appreciate it. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Thank you again for being here so much, and I will see you later. Bye.